That's right, man. Get to her. Get to her. Get to her. Rescue her. Oh yeah, rescue her. Help her out, man. Help her. No, you don't never help the girl in this game. You just leave her to die. She's a decoy. Listen, Spelunky is one of the greatest damn games of all freaking time. Like, why should we even review it, Brian? We got all the paws. We're raising them in the air. We're waving you down with the paws in the air, saying, if you haven't played this fucking game, there's something wrong with you. You didn't know about it? Well, you ain't freaking, you ain't a real true core gamer. You're just freaking casual. You just playing Fortnite and... yeah, what the hell's your problem, dude? You ain't played damn Spelunky. You know, I know why you ain't played Spelunky, because you don't play indie games, right? You think you're damn too good. You know, well, the hipsters only play indie games, and they are too good. And I am an indie hipster. Brian, we're freaking hipsters, Brian. Aren't you excited? Listen, man, there's just something about Spelunky. It's a roguelike, and... I think it kind of reinvigorated roguelikes for a lot of indie games. And, you know, indie games these days try to roguelike, random generate every damn thing. Because if you just make the computer make all the levels, then you don't have to do any work. That's not really how Spelunky happens. There's a basic thematic on the levels of what you're doing. You're not always going down and trying to find a hole. But you need to build up resources and all of this other stuff. And there's like a bazillion tons of weapons and enemies and everything else. And... the way the roguelike really works is like you take all of these random things that could be there, these enemies and these items and just situations you're going to have, and then you kind of throw them in together and then like let them work with each other. A perfect example of this is like you get a boomerang, you can throw it as a weapon, it comes back, it brings you stuff. But you know, you get down. I can't remember. I think it's level 3 with it's the ice world with the UFOs. The UFOs blow up as you fight them. And so, but if you throw a boomerang at the UFO, you'll bring the UFO back to you as it blows up, and it blows up in your face. And there, some little frog might jump, on some down, and then some motion detector freaking arrow spike pops out of the air, and then it hits the frog. The frog he was an exploding frog all along, so he explodes. And then there's some there's some other guy who gets knocked off the platform, and he falls down, and you done blew up the freaking shop owner's house, and he's got a shotgun, bro. And he's gonna just shotgun and go nuts everywhere, and the whole freaking world is like exploding and shit. Oh, what did you do? You didn't do nothing. You just walked on the screen when that frog did the first jump, and just chaos happened. And can you survive it? It's just so freaking great. And there's some cheap bullshit deaths here, or there might be some cheap ways where you're flying through half the damn level with jetpacks with 5,000 bombs. There's a random generation. You might have a hell of a lot of loot to buy things, or you might just be screwed. You might be screwed, and you kind of find a way to get by anyway. But Spelunky is so great, it's so basic. It's so basic as you move down, you blow up the floor or whatever if you need to try to get to the next level. But if you take that and you throw all of this crazy random shit in it, plus some pretty good graphics, great controls, you need to be careful about the insta kills, but you can get back fairly quickly to where you were, and it has this kind of one more try. And every time you play the game, you learn something new. And until you learn how all of these little things interact with each other, and these little secrets and stuff, there's tons and tons of little secret areas with secret items and things like that, or rare items. And once you learn all of that stuff and learn the enemies and learn, what, you're going to need a compass really bad. The compass tells you where the exit is. It's for level 3. There's not much. It's mostly just a bunch of bottomless pits. It's like if you have something like the cape that I got right here and the compass, you could just float down all these little bottomless pits and chasms and find to the exit. All of these things, can just make just this awesome game. And something simple as you can pick up and carry one item with you, and you've got, get off my table, Brian. And you got spring shoes and other stuff, but or grappling hands. But it's just something that's just surreal about this game. It's a 10 out of 10 game. We don't rate out of 10s, Brian. We only rate with paws. There's 10 freaking paws are in the air, you know, and this game will piss you off. It took me about 20 hours to beat it, but dude, it's freaking great, and I cannot wait for Spelunky 2, although I've been waiting a long damn time. I don't know why I'm waiting for that, Brian. All it's going to do is kick my ass the whole dang time. But we want our ass kicked. We want our ass kicked because we're hipsters, okay, Brian? We're hipsters when we play the bestest indie shit ever, okay? So, I don't know what this game runs. It ain't expensive, but dang sure give it a roll. Spelunky, not Spelunker. Fuck Spelunker. That game sucks, alright? Peace.